How's she going, my son? And welcome back to Magicmaker. Now, I've actually skipped the opening scene here because I'm literally recording from the start of my previous episode here. And we were experimenting with fire because the fire crystal spell got buffed in the recent patch, and we wanted to make the most of it. So, although I could have left that alone. Oh well. You're experimenting with the Shade Spirit too. So, okay, we're trying to think of how to make the fire spells the most effective thing possible. Now, you really want to cast it once and forget it, but have it do as much as possible in that one cast. Go with Heartseeker. It's kind of like my fallback if I don't know what else to do with a spell. So if we make it a laser beam that's a rock, it can go through walls and is a laser beam, so it's easier to aim. And then just put like 3 fires on it? Yeah, sure. Give it a go. Make it very hot. Whoops. Wrong material. Bam. So it's 725 over 5. That was less than when I had the thing on it, though. Although I've had a thought. Where is it? Yeah. No, I didn't want that one there. I wanted this one. Make it a spell that hurts myself, so it does more damage. And then have repulsor energy, because I noticed that this triggers when you hurt yourself. So we're gonna make it a double. No knockback. We're gonna want a lot of life. We're gonna want a lot of life. We're gonna want a lot of overhealing. We'll make a spell that, like, full heals us as well. Or does, like, most of our life in healing. So it does, like, 75% of our life in healing. And then it's just, I don't know, something... melee spell, there we go. Those life-stealing sword spells that the forums were using, they worked pretty well. So yeah, 300 damage, gives us 75% of our life back, which we throw at people with this, and then this is the wand spell, which I really shouldn't have, messed with. Put you there. Enchantment. Put you there. We put this one, so it doesn't actually cost mana still. And what else did I have on here? I don't remember. Oh yeah, fairy wings for making it go faster. Okay, so we hurt ourselves a little bit. We get our buff. Is that affecting? Okay, hang on. We have to like eliminate a variable here. We have to see if that actually affects it. It might not. No. Get that to go off. By the looks of it... No. Shoot. I'm assuming the wording on the repulsor energy is spell... Power of your next spell, yeah, damn. Because the reason it works with this is because it says... increases... Although, I don't know, does that actually affect it? I'm honestly freaking curious. Because if it doesn't... I don't know what we're going to have to do to get the fire to do more damage. Okay, I have to wait until he's not on fire. And then go, eh? No, that doesn't affect it. Weird. It's like the only thing that affects, like, all damage is the the tombstone, which is a little irksome. Because it makes it hard to work with stuff. Huh. Shite. Also, can you... Idle curiosity now. Can you get the standing still benefit even if you're floating? I'm not quite sure if that's how that works, but we'll see. Like, is it detecting if you're on the ground, or is it detecting if you're... No. As long as you're literally not pushing a WASD button. Yep. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's a little bit of silliness to a report. Huh. Okay, so that strategy didn't work. Man, this is tricky. This is complicated. Yeah, I kind of wanted to hit the whole screen. Even though we're not... Actually, you know what this might be good for? This might be good for a Sneaky Mage. This might be good for Sneaky Mage. Can you make it, like, half-second delay? Yeah, half-second delay, yeah. Yeah, okay. I really don't need this to be... Well, we can leave it there as a emergency heal button if the need arises. But we should be how we're handling this, is that we're sneaky most of the time. And then we just kind of tap, and then be sneaky again, and let the fire do its job. Okay. Now we're going to have to change the fire spell a little bit, though, because it's not doing nearly enough damage again. Oh, excuse me. A little nasally again. If we make it, 808. No, that's still not enough. Ah, I don't have enough slots. Well, okay, if I get rid of the laser beam, because that was just kind of me doing target assist. There we go. I mean, I can take my time and line up a shot if I'm invisible anyway, so I can just go bit. There we go. Plus the faster projectile will make it easier to connect with, too. Okay. Okay, well maybe change these a little bit then, because I don't need all that extra life. Well, keep the extra life, but I don't need the overheal. I wonder if that scales up fire damage. Because it just says increases the damage you deal. It doesn't say increases the spell damage you deal. I think that's the same damage. Yeah, it is. Shoot. Man, there's a lot of inability. You know what? We're gonna have to make I think we might have to make this a Hyper Mage build. It's the only way to get the fire to do enough damage. Okay, so we need Soul Contract on the robe. Don't need to go full Hyper Mage because we're gonna be sneaky. We're gonna be sneaky Hyper Mage. So, double damage. This spell needs to be... This spell needs to be the thing that cuts our life down. So we're gonna do it in one big chunk this time instead of the... Oh no, no, but it... Man, this is complicated. This is hard to do exactly what I want to do here. No, it has to be in little chunks. It has to be in, like, 10-point intervals. 10. I mean, I guess the spell can actually do something, because I only needed to do that. Make a little slow spell. Sure. Gives me time to line up a shot too, actually. And I also noticed that unlike the poison effect, the noxious spore on spell, which gets nerfed if you freeze a target because then like the whole game is processing slower for them. For fire just ticks constantly on its own anyway. So you can freeze people with the same fire spell, and they're stuck in place burning to death, which is really weird if you think about it, because you're freezing them in place with fire. It's magic. Magic kind of makes the laws of physics not work, which is funny. Yeah, make it fire faster so I can get to the sweet spot sooner. Okay, so go like this. Also, why am I having extra life when I'm trying to hyper mage? Don't mind me, guys. It's been a while since I've done this. I guess we'll add another explosion then. There we go. Okay. Get my life up. Get my life down. Beautiful. Hyper mage. Now, bit. Really? Even Hyper Mage doesn't scale it up? Wow, Fire, you're really busting my chops trying to get this to work. Man. It's almost like Sneaky Mage is the way to go. You don't have... Go Sneaky Mage, I guess. Man. This is almost disappointing. Go some free casts? Man, I don't know. I am very confused. And more fire. I guess something that tags the screen with runes. Because then when everyone explodes, they drop mana. And in that case, one of these will be a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, there we go. Go like that. Go like that. I want to make this rune spammy spell cheap, because I'm just kind of swiping it around. I don't know why I did a motion with my hand there, like you could see me. But I'm just going to swipe it around the room. Everyone's tagged with runes. Everyone gets tagged with fire. I disappear. Everyone burns to death and drops mana for me. Rinse and repeat. I'm hoping that's how this works anyway. I might need to make it longer, because the wiggle might make its range shorter. Oh, but it doesn't go through walls. Shoot. You have to make it go through walls. No, that hits the whole screen. Okay. I know you have a bunch of stacks of rune on you, yeah. So now I can do this. Okay, well, only way to do this is to field test it. Well, I'm noticing the book isn't actually giving me any bonus damage. Man, you'd think the pyromancer on campus would actually make a thing that benefits fire. Oh well. Try this one out. I haven't used the Spellblade in a while. Screen clearing bomb that builds up its potency when you kill things. Plus, it's a pretty cool looking sword. Again, one thing I'd love to see in this is to have like actual equipment that you modify with the spell components. So like you actually have like a sword or like a proper bow and whatnot. I think that'd be cool. Plus, it would also incentivize a bit of like a dungeon crawler type aspect with the loot. This could go horribly. Let's find out. Okay. Tag everybody with this. Go invisible. Oh no, they're still hitting me. Oops. Forgot that wasn't a laser beam. Ah, it's okay. I can just wait. I can just wait. And then all the mana comes back to me. Okay. Yeah, we got a little something going here. So we go blah. Blah. Oh, I missed. It's been a while since I've actually used projectiles. I don't use projectiles much, as you can probably tell. Yeah. This might not work as well as I thought it did. Do a bunch of... no. Don't kill me, please. I'm experimenting. Chop, 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 chop. Did do a lot of damage, though. Man, it has no charges. Okay, that's actually really effective. I might be overcomplicating it is what the thing is. I might just need to... Maybe make it like a... Just make a tanky mage. And just like be able to sit there and let them burn to death. Might be a better idea. Yeah, let's try that. Do this once though, because this looks fun. My army of mummers. Okay. To the hub. Let's do a little spell tinkering. Yeah, it's been like 2 of the longest episodes I've done where I've accomplished nothing. Ton of bricks. So let's ditch this concept. Heartseeker. No, not damage boost. I need the defense one. Because the damage boost doesn't work with the fire for some reason, which is irksome. Kind of something I was hoping they fixed, but oh well. Try this for a little bit. Oh yeah, it's working. It's actually working pretty well. Mark them up. Whoops. Misses are unfortunate for this build, though. There we go. Then he explodes into mana, and I get a bunch of mana back. Okay. This is interesting. I'm almost beginning to wonder if I should put the spell that makes people spit out rune crystals on my wand so I can spam it indefinitely without having to worry about it consuming mana. Actually, let's do that. And then just have my teleport be a cheap spell. That seems to be the right idea. Seems to be the right idea. Okay, so... Oh, man, that's something I'd... Can you, like... Nah. I was kind of hoping you could just, like, click and drag and, like, switch the material. That'd be a neat thing. You know, Magicmaker 2, Tasty Studios, take some notes. Okay, well, we don't want to use that in this because that makes it cost mana now. And we don't really need that effect because it's a spell that's a teleport, so we're going to be teleporting like a madman. Although I'm also curious, if you sundial, like if you haste, does that make the bonuses from, like, things that take time to build up faster? My eyes opened a little bit, I was like, ooh. Because if that does, that's actually really good. Like that. Unfortunately, they're only ever going to make 1 mana per crystal, but that's fine. I mean, 1 mana per hit per crystal, and I can just kind of hose people with it as long as I wish. Like, it's almost like it's a taunt, almost. Like, it's there to annoy the mobs to get them near me, and then I can hit them with the fire spell, and then they explode into mana. Rinse and repeat, right? What am I missing? Oh yeah, going through walls. Because when you can't move, that's kind of important. Okay, let's try this out. Go like that a little bit. Shuggle it around. Cast a fire spell. Watch everything burn. And make a bunch of mana. Okay, so yeah, we've got a strategy going on here. That's cool. Now let's test the... No, it doesn't look like it's going any faster for building up my invulnerability, but that's fine. That's fine. I can just do that a little bit. Do that. And then everyone burns to death. Okay, so we've got something going on here. Is it Spell of Kill Everything? Is it, or like the 1,000 Sunbursts or anything nonsense like that? No. But this is cool. I like this. This is interesting. It's more methodical than a lot of the builds I've been doing lately. Because, I mean, a lot of the builds have been... Well, a lot of the builds I've been doing lately... Oh, Jesus. A lot of the builds I've been doing lately have been 7 slots, and that's when the game kind of goes completely insane. But, like, yeah, like, I can even do that. And light goblins on fire that are underwater. That's how amazing I am as a wizard. Actually, yeah, I'm almost doing this backwards. I should light them on fire first, and then just hose them with the make you make mana spell. And then when they die, they'll make even more mana. There you go. I'm noticing this doesn't seem to do very well against bosses, or like bigger targets. It's a bit irksome. Just kind of wiggle it around a little bit. Aha. Almost think the hockey stick would be good for this then, because solve your mana problems. Ah! Cheeky goblins. Ow. Just wiggle it around a little bit, saturate everyone with runes, and then shoot a fireball, and let them do their thing. This would almost be good if, like, this game had multiplayer, and this was the build for taking on, like, the hordes of little dudes, sort of thing. And then, like, you've got somebody else who's better at taking on a single target. I don't know. Although I don't think any computer could handle Magicmaker multiplayer. Can you imagine, like, 3 or 4 people all casting the 1,000 Sunburst spell? That'd be ridiculous. I don't think any computer could handle that, let alone an internet connection. Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. Whoops. Yeah, misses are painful for this. Definitely want to add, like, piercing and stuff to this. Or, like, people piercing, so that you can saturate more targets with the rune crystal effect. Although I suppose you could just make explosions. That would work, too. Again, exploding laser beams are so good for, like, everything in this. Even the really weird fringe builds like this one. Keeping an eye on my time here. My timer's actually still running from the previous episode, so it's almost up to an hour now. So that means I'm up to another half-hour episode. Out of curiosity, now. Does this prevent drowning damage? I mean, it would make sense. Yep. I can stay underwater forever if I want to. Ah, until I move anyway. Oh yeah, that's when fire is good. Look at this nonsense. Again, it's not the 1,000 sunbursts, but who needs it to be when it still does that much work, right? Light you guys on fire. Alright, got all my mana back. And I don't even have to move to collect the loot. It all comes to me. Thanks, vacuum cleaner. What am I looking for? I might as well just go for the boss thing, since we're running out of time. They could fix the middle click being a keybind a little bit here. Again, it might be my mouse, so I'm not going to make Tasty Studios take all the blame here. But it almost feels like the game is trying to respond to a mouse wheel motion instead of a click. You know? Okay, so let you on fire. This could be problematic. Whoops. Yeah, you need something. I think you need to not have a teleport on one of your slots because you kind of need to. You kind of need to have your. Kind of need to have something else for damage on a single target. Why are you only taking 40? This is probably going to be one of the longest boss fights on this channel. Because I literally just have to sit here. Oh well. Does this have explosion? No? I'm just gonna keep wiggling my knife here. Maybe I should make the wand not an enchantment. Although it's only gonna do like 5 damage anyway, but I don't know. Could help. This is what a fight looks like between two people who are prospect in any MMO, by the way. Very little damage going either way. Better than a healer fight, I guess. Because that just doesn't end. God. A little bit of old WoW story time here while we're waiting for the boss to die. I remember there was a fight between two holy paladins. And during one of our like weekly roleplay events. And the fight was literally going so slowly that one of them had time to walk over to the audience and type up, "Please kill me, this is never going to end." And then have enough time to wind up a heal while his opponent was just wailing on him the entire time, right? Like, good lord. So yeah, you need like a single target kill spell for this build, I think. Something, or you need to make the fire more mana efficient. Because I'm using a Philosopher's Stone for the sake of using a Philosopher's Stone because it's been buffed. And I mean, admittedly, it is usable now with an A rank with no other kind of mana efficiency effects, but not the way I have it set up. I mean, you could Hyper Mage for mana if you wanted to, or set up Infinite Rune Mage. I don't know. A couple of ways to spin it. There's a couple of ways to spin it, but I'm not figuring them out in this one episode. But that's okay. It's something for you guys to figure out. Something for you guys who I've met on the forums who play Magicmaker as well to figure out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw out a challenge. I want to see the best Fire Crystal spell that focuses on using the Fire Crystal as the damage component that you guys can make up with. This is an official challenge. I want to get the most, like, effective, well, and/or fun. I'm not going to, like, super demand min-maxing. Like, if you can min-max an awesome fire spell, that's cool. If you can do something really silly with a fire spell, that's also cool. Give me your Fire Crystal spells. I want to see, especially since they've been buffed, I want to see your crazy Fire Crystal spells and Fire Crystal, like, loadouts that make the Fire Crystal effect really good. I want to see these. And, you know, let's make Stella happy over in the corner there. This witch right here. Anyway, subscription will be on the community college sign as usual. Twitter is in the description. Thank you, Tasty Studios, again for the patch. And thank you, everyone who watches and subscribes and does all that cool YouTube stuff for my channel. Ciao.